losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Throwing to start out is Heineke. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A second down throw for Heineke. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there's double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at him and defeated it on that play.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll run up the middle with McAllister, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. This defense for the Falcons, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions.
Cordell Patterson, 30, 10, touchdown. Touchdown, Falcons!
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Hey.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
First down, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. The Falcons sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Murray going to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. Touchdown, Falcons! Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have moved out in front. extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Heineke. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. He's got room past the 30 and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They go play action. Now Heineke. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week. But the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Heineke. His throw incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Heineke. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. That's caught left side by Hardman. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. To throw, it's Murray. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, the Falcons and Panthers, of course, division rivals, but it wasn't a great year for either offense last year, that's for sure. Look at the final numbers. The Falcons, they were 29th in the league in total yardage. The Panthers were 30th. Certainly both looking for an uptick here in 2022. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Murray. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. Here's Austin. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plagued it on the last one.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. From the gun, Heineke. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Heineke. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Play action now. Here's Heineke. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A handoff to McAllister. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Murray now to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And they're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they control the blocking.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Heineke's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Heineke again. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a play fake, and now Heineke completes it to Austin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Heineke to throw it. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with McAllister. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Heineke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To throw is Heineke. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
"13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Murray now. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on down and try to get 3 before halftime. That's a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. Final play of the half here. Heineke. And incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
On second down, a run with Patterson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Shotgun now from Murray. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
He'll get this up to about the 44. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Murray will run it here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Give to Patterson, running to the right. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll give it to Patterson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Murray going to throw. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And they're going to have it under 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Back to the ground now. Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Snap comes to Murray at 1. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That's caught left side by Hardman. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Murray flips us forward on the jet sweep, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. To throw, it's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on third down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. Happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far, brings up third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Heineke checks this down to Hubbard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Panther first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On play action, Heineke. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing. Heineke. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 19. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get at it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson with his 3rd touchdown of the ballgame, number 12 on the season. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
A first down throw for Heineke. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. On 1st and 10, Heineke looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. To throw again on 2nd down. Heineke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Well, how about the coverage we just saw them break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
4th down, Heineke. And now here's another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick-6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Heineke on 1st down. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On 2nd and 10, Heineke. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Heineke on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Patterson running between the tackles. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Handoff running left, Patterson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
1st down, Heineke. This one caught by Isabella. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. And that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Falcons,
Like